everyone. This is the third and final presentation. I appreciate you all taking the time to listen to this and give me feedback. There we go. This is my second dissertation study, the effects of chronic branched-chain amino acid supplementation on the perceptions of stress and soreness from daily training in collegiate distance runners. So another study looking at the recovery aspects of branched-chain amino acid supplementation and basically the supplement's ability to reduce fatigue in training athletes. So we know that improving sport performance is related to superior fatigue management and therefore improvements in the overall recovery adaptation process. Like you've heard a couple times already, branched-chain amino acid supplementation is commonly used to improve recovery and adaptation through peripheral mechanisms as well as central mechanisms. So peripherally by maximizing net protein accretion and muscle repair and decreasing net protein breakdown. And centrally, by increasing the plasma level of the branched-chain amino acids, we can therefore reduce serotonin synthesis in the brain, which can alter the branched-chain amino acid and tryptophan ratio. And this can reduce decline in motor performance and improve feelings of energy, focus, and mood and rating of perceived exertion. So in this study, we had 8 collegiate distance runners, 4 men and 4 women, who took a branched-chain amino acid supplement or a placebo daily for 6 weeks, and they followed 3 cycles of an AB design. The dosage that they took was 0.08 grams per kilogram of body weight daily. And this is kind of a breakdown of what each day looked like. So prior to each key training session, they filled out the DALDA, which is the Daily Analysis of Life Demands for Athletes survey. You can kind of see, there's my mouse. That's just like what it looks like. There's about 34 items on it, so it's a questionnaire that they fill out, and they rate either items of general or sport-specific stress as worse than normal, normal, or better than normal. They also filled out a soreness chart, and they drank a supplement or a placebo drink. Because the dosage that we were testing was 0.08 grams per kilogram, and we didn't really have any guidelines on whether that was pre, during, or post, we just split it evenly so that they consumed 0.04 grams per kilogram before their key training session and 0.04 grams per kilogram after. We had them fill out the survey and soreness charts prior to their training session because we know that immediately after a training session, you're not immediately sore. You might be a little tired, but so this captured the 24-hour snapshot of the previous day's training. So they did that before their session. They did their workout that was prescribed by their coach, and then after their workout, they entered their training in a training log, and then they consumed their post-workout supplement or placebo, depending on what condition they were on, in the amount of 0.04 grams per kilogram. I think probably said this in my last study, but the placebo was isocaloric and flavor matched, so really difficult to tell apart. So dosages, so you have the 0.04 grams for the pre-workout drink, 0.04 grams for the post-workout drink. Based on body weight, on average, the women consumed 4.4 grams of branched-chain amino acids and about 9 to 10 grams total of amino acids. The men consumed about 5.3 grams of branched-chain amino acids and about 9 to 11 grams total of amino acids. We did, for stats, paired sample t-tests to calculate mean differences between the supplement and placebo conditions. For each DALDA response, A, B, or C, A was worse than normal, B is normal, C is better than normal, and soreness ratings for whole body soreness, anterior body segments, or posterior body segments. Cohen's d effect size was calculated, and then we used percent change to use a descriptive evaluation. So some results from the DALDA responses. So choice A was worse than normal. So the athletes felt, if they chose A, frequently they felt worse than normal on a variety of stress measures. The athletes responded with 56.5% less worse than normal responses while on the supplement, 16.3% more normal while on the supplement, and 50% less better than normal while on the supplement. So we observed a significant difference, and I put a little asterisk on these significant findings. So the normal responses wasn't significant, but that's still 16.3 is still a pretty good amount. But significant differences for feeling less worse than normal and less better than normal, which I'll explain that in a minute. So we observed a decrease in better than normal responses, but this can possibly be reflected by the increase in feeling more normal and the increase in feeling less worse than normal. So some of those maybe just shifted. So generally we're thinking that while on the branched chain amino acid supplement, the athletes generally felt more normal and stabilized while on the supplement versus the placebo. As far as soreness, the athletes responded with 14.8% decrease in whole body soreness when they were on the supplement, 12.6% decrease in anterior body soreness, so the frontal side, and 11.1% decrease in the posterior body soreness. The main significant findings were on anterior soreness body parts. The observation of greater instances of anterior soreness. We specifically observed more soreness in the quads, just kind of normal for running. Could be explained by typical running mechanics, where during the early part of the stance phase, the quadriceps muscle is often the largest contributor to braking. And this was also the largest muscle, the muscle group that we saw the largest decrease in soreness in. So while we saw decreases in all, basically whole body anterior and posterior, we saw significant decreases in anterior body soreness. So some conclusions. Overall, the athletes in the study demonstrated an improved fatigue status, possibly by increasing branched chain amino acid availability surrounding training sessions, can reduce serotonin synthesis as well as increase net protein accretion, maybe decrease net protein breakdown. So therefore there's a less recovery demand peripherally and centrally, and therefore reduced recovery time. As I said before, decreasing the magnitude of recovery cascades that is required after acute training sessions can increase readiness to train and ultimately improve chronic adaptations, because the athletes are able to train with more quality and they're more ready to train when it's time to. So based on our findings, we would recommend branched chain amino acid supplementation before and after training to distance runners undergoing intensive training. Limitations: we had a small sample size. We had to pretty much deal with the team that we were dealt with. We did not directly measure neurotransmitter responses or measures of protein metabolism, and both of the assessments that we used to monitor peripheral and central fatigue were subjective assessments. So taking that with a grain of salt, otherwise interesting results. And a bunch of references, and that is it. So thank you, and see you guys soon.